What is up, my fellow gamers? In today's video, we are going over the event Conquest battle assault, the boss battle against Noro. Like and sub for more amazing gaming content. We still got a couple days left on this. I want to go over the best team, some tips, some tricks for this event, because you should be trying to grind Abyss as much as possible. The combat power is 220k on this boss, but he's a little bit tricky because if we take a look at the intel, there's some specific skills and passive skills that can really disrupt the gameplay if you're not paying attention. If you try and do this on auto, you could possibly lose. It happened to me several times. So first thing that it recommends is that you have Awakened version Ken. If you don't have Awakened version Ken, it's still okay. But this character really makes this event, this boss battle event, extremely easy. We take a look at the recommended lineup. We have a bunch of different things that it suggests. There is one character in here that I believe, is this the VIP character? I'm not sure if this is the VIP character or not. A second option I think is a lot more free to play friendly for most people. Again, if you don't have Ken, you would just substitute him with someone else, but these other characters are pretty straightforward. And the bottom one is, I would say, the weakest, but this is all blue characters, actually using some SR units. So there is 2 SR units in that bottom recommended build. And then for your ultimate ability, you're obviously going to take the one that goes ahead and does the most single target damage. The thing that we have to take a look at first is this character, this boss, is a red strength type, which means we want to stack our lineup with as many blues as possible. The blues, if we take a look at the blues, those are considered the speed. So like if we go right here and then we go to the attribute speed, so this is what we want because it's going to counter the boss. It's going to help us deal more damage. It's going to help the boss do less damage to us. And when I first started doing this, I was clicking auto, and if you click on auto, it's just going to give you the characters that have the most combat power. And it kept putting in the Rise character, the binge eater. She kept putting her in because I have her like top tier. I have her at LR, pretty much almost maxed out, but she's a green and she's weak to red. So even though I had her with someone else, I still kept losing, even though my combat power was way over. I mean, I was way over the recommended. I think when I had her in it, my combat power was almost like 300k, yet I was still losing to the boss because she's just so weak. So we're at a point right now, we're almost 2 weeks into global launch servers, where you really have to pay attention to that rock, paper, scissors attribute. Which attribute is better against certain attributes. So this is the lineup that I've been using, and this has been helping me out the most. I've had the most success with this lineup for this boss. We have the Awakened version of Ken. We have a blue character. We're also then using this one, the Inky Shroud. Deals a bunch of damage to a target. We get a lot of single target attack, but we're also increasing our damage dealt by 10%, max 3 stacks. The other one that we have, this one really helps out a lot, and that is going to be the Spotless Shroud. She's another blue character that deals a lot of single target damage. Passives increase your damage dealt for every debuff on the target. When your turn starts, reduces all enemies' defense related stats. So I got that because we have her at 1 star. So pretty good character. Another one that's just a blue. I mean, even you don't have to have the greatest characters, just the fact that they're blue characters plays a huge part in this battle. And then the last one we have that I think has really helped out a lot is going to be Shu, the gourmet guy. The reason he's so good is not necessarily for the provoke. The provoke is okay. However, the boss that we're going up against has 2 different attacks for each different phase, but then the third phase, they have all their attacks are only AoE. So the provoke is okay, but what we really like is the passives. So we can go ahead and we can put shields on our whole team. So that has really helped out a ton. There are a couple other blues. Have the Black Dog. This is all enemies. It's a lower percentage of applying expose. So this is another option, but not like the greatest option. At least it's a blue. This one I think is another decent option, the long-haired Ghoul Investigator. It's another blue character, deals really good single target damage, and also grants a shield to all allies. So this is another one that I recommend. Let's say you don't have Ken. This is another one, put this character in there to substitute Ken. It's, you know, it's not obviously a complete 1-to-1 ratio, but it's a character that you could use. The other thing is, for your 5th slot, I am using, and this has helped out a lot, I'm using the Crybaby character right here. Don't even really have them leveled up much. We're only using them for their passive. So when the turn starts, allied characters that took damage heal. That's pretty much the only reason we're using them. We're all in on our 4 main characters, and then we get that heal effect. If you do not have this character, you can buy them from one of the exchanges. PvP one, let's go over to the exchange. Yeah, right here. You can get the character right here from the PvP shop. If you don't have them, get 2 copies and just use them as your 5th slot. That's what a lot of people have suggested, and it has definitely helped out a lot. And we're just looking for the passives. So the effect also in backup state. These 2 passives are really all we need this character for. We're not using them for anything else. Don't really care if they go into the battle or whatever. Let's go ahead. This is my lineup that I'm using. Let's jump into this and start this, because when you get to the 3rd phase, you've got to be careful. In fact, I kind of recommend on the 3rd phase, you turn it off of auto combat. I'm going to start it on auto. And then once we get to the 3rd phase, I'm going to turn it off of auto. And that's because when you get to the 3rd phase, the character goes ahead and has this block feature. So you have to go ahead and attack them twice. So you're going to see the little circles at the bottom. Basically, you have to do 2 attacks to get them into that weak state. And then that weak state will break their block feature. So if you don't do that and you have it on auto, a lot of the times when I was doing it is on auto combat, the game just does whatever is like the strongest. It'll do 2-star attacks, 3-star attacks. It'll even use your ultimate when the character, the boss enemy, has a block up, and then it's just completely wasted. So you really have to pay attention to wave 3 and don't waste your 2-star, 3-star attacks or your ultimates when the enemy is in that block state. And you'll see the little icon. So like right below their HP bar, see this little icon right here? You'll see a block icon, and that is how you will know that they're in the blocking state. So right now we're doing okay. We're on wave 2. Again, you can see that every time we're taking damage, we're getting that heal from having that Crybaby character in our 5th slot, which is really helps out a lot. Also, the shields help out too from our tank character. Shu has the taunt ability and then shields us, which is really good. But you can see that for the most part, we really are not taking too much damage because we constantly are healing up in the shields and everything. So once we get to wave 3, which is going to be really soon, we're going to turn this off of auto, and I'm going to show you why, because it's very important. Don't leave this on auto. All right, so we're turning auto off. All right, so now the enemy is in this like crazy state. I would say wave 3 is the hardest, and you're going to see this is the little block icon. So if we go ahead and long click on this character, we're going to get character details. In this bottom left corner right under the health, it's going to show the buffs, the debuffs and everything. See this little icon right here? Reduces damage taken. Damage taken from the next enemy skill will be reduced to 1. So we don't want to go ahead and use our 2-stars or our ultimates. The auto combat will do that. We just need to attack the enemy. So we need to have one of our other characters go ahead and attack them. So blue characters, we're going to go this one. Then we're going to go this one right here. Now the boss's block should be removed. We'll go ahead, we'll activate our ultimate after that, and then we'll go with our 2-star attack right there. So you can see they're gonna put the little icon right there, and then they're gonna attack, put the little icon. They're in the weak state now, and we remove that block feature. We went, did our ultimate, did tons of damage, and now our 2-star attack is also doing tons of damage. So that's really the trick to this character. You just want to make sure that you're not using your best attacks until you get rid of that block feature. So really pay attention to that on auto. It's not going to do it. You can see we only need to do one more. We'll go ahead. We'll have, let's do her attack. Then we'll do a 2-star. Then we could go 1-star. And then we have, look at this. We got a 3-star attack for him to finish it up. So we'll go boom. That will break, put him in the weak state, and now we're going to do tons of damage from our Awakened version Ken. And then we're going to have this 1 star is fine. And then we're going to get this 3-star attack, which isn't going to do too much damage. Pretty good amount of damage. We're going to get the provoke, and then we're going to shield our allies, which is really good. So pretty much after this should be our last round. We should win right here fairly easily. We also got that retaliation effect, which is really good for our tank. He's got that retaliate. So you saw how he got attacked and he went and retaliated. So we did some extra damage back, which is really good. We'll go ahead. We'll just do one of these, and then we're going to look to do some big heavy damage, and we'll go with another 2-star attack. This should be it right here. 1 block, and then 1 more block to break the shield. And now let's see, Ken should do it. Yeah, that's enough. That's the trick. Hope you guys and girls enjoyed the video. Hope stay happy, stay safe. I'll see y'all later. Peace.